Looks like the 50 truck of T.J. Bell got in the left rear quarter of Travis Quapple, but that's actually aftermath. There was a situation that happened in front of this right here. You see Miguel Paludo and the 9 of Max Pappas around.
It's almost like something happened up in front of these drivers here that caused them to start stacking up, though.
Looks like a chain reaction deal, it looked like.
Yeah, I saw Carmichael in the 4 truck up there. I saw him starting to stack up, and I think it just chain reaction all the way back through it.
There's an onboard from Timothy Peters got into the left rear quarter pedal top out, and that may have seized them up enough for that aftermath.
I think that's exactly what started it. It all started up in front of them.
There's Ricky Carmichael's onboard camera. You see right in front of them, truck's already into the outside wall, sliding down the racetrack. Ricky does a nice job getting by on the outside. There's another view. That's David Starr, the black truck that was against the wall. He got into the 7 truck of Miguel Paludo, but I think exactly like we were talking about when we saw that contact earlier between the 30 truck of Ty Bodine and the 17 of Timothy Peters. I think that slowed the field.
Suspension damage there on that 32 truck.
Just got a little bit loose, got sideways, had to chase it up the hill. A lot of times you can get away with that if you have a 60-foot wide racetrack, but not. They could make this a one more stop race if you stretch it a little bit.
Here's Carmichael riding just behind that 62 as they come out of turn number 2.
And it just makes a little contact
Jason
with
White,
a 23 of Jason White, and I think he just yanked the steering wheel left to keep from spinning out Jason White. Does a nice job keeping that truck out of the inside wall.
Hey, you talked about how narrow this place is, Phil. It's not very off loop. That's what it'll be.
Take another look at why the 51 went around.
See him on the inside. He's going to go to the inside of the 1 of Jeffrey Earnhardt coming off turn number 2.
Coming off such a great finish at Phoenix a week or 2 weeks ago.
Got his left sides down on the flat of the racetrack. Remember, that looks like raceable surface down there. It's the apron. Basically, it's banked a lot.
Contact that we were talking about. You see the 8 truck of Nelson Piquet just gets up into Parker Kligerman in the 29. Kligerman has to roll out.
And I think that tire deflated on that 8 truck. He got on the outside wall. And then when these other trucks came off the corner here, I think they took evasive moves, and somehow Jason White in the 23 got involved. Ricky Carmichael's onboard camera. There's Travis Quapple, the 5. See those 2 trucks get together, the 8 and the 29. Ricky's going to jump to the inside, follow Travis Quapple along the inside.
And this is the first incident where the 8 hits the wall. Now watch behind him. Jason White already sideways coming out of 2.
Joey Coulter in the 22 tried to check up. He gets sideways, and they end up hitting each other, getting together at the bottom of the racetrack.
This is Nelson Piquet's onboard.
You know, it looked like the right front tire of Nelson Piquet Jr.'s truck was never against the 29 truck of Parker Kligerman. Saw a bunch of sparks before that truck went into the outside wall. It makes you think that maybe he cut down a right front tire, broke something on the right front suspension.
It looked like it never turned.
This is earlier in this same turn here. Just watch for Ricky Carmichael right up your screen. It looks like he just got a little bit loose.
Got a little bit too high, overcorrected, hard in the outside wall. You see that the 20 truck here coming with all the sparks.
Yep.
And you can see how much damage she already had to the right front of that truck.
And she was trying to drive to the inside of that truck, and I'm not sure that truck would steer very well.
It was Nelson Piquet Jr. that hit the wall, and then Johanna Long looked like she cut the right front tire on Nelson Piquet Jr.'s truck.
Taylor Malsom does an incredible job avoiding Ricky Carmichael. See, Ricky tries to keep the truck up against the outside wall.
Her tire was down right there. I think that's why we started seeing the sparks.
You know what? Let's ride with Ricky Carmichael and just get a sense of what this is like coming out of turn 4.
You heard the tires start squealing there when he lost control of the back of that truck. Now he's going to have hard contact here. Looked like Ricky was going to gas it up and try to move away.
Pit box there. They're team members for the 30, and you see it was Earnhardt into the wall, leaving some debris on the racetrack after he got into the wall. So NASCAR throws the caution for the 10th time. That ties